Hello, Internet. If you are a random person on the Internet who's just trying to look up a video for how to complete the square, this isn't the video for you. One, this is a video on completing the square with conics, so if you're looking for basic complete the square, get out of here. Two, I'm making this video, my class is pretty good at completing the square. I'm going to go through it kind of quickly. I'm making this just in case someone needs a little reminder, but you want a slower paced video. I'm going to fly through these pretty fast and dirty. If you are still stuck around, you said, oh, despite this warning, I want to do it. I would suggest, after I do a couple, pause it, try the problem, and then try to see if your work matches what I do. So, completing the square. That means I'm going to put things together, form these trinomials that turn into the square of binomials. First step is I'm going to group together things that need to be completed, the square together. That didn't make sense. I'm going to group together the x's, group together the y's, and get out of here, 11. We don't need you. Move it over to the other side. Now, I'm going to put in my magic numbers. X squared minus 14x. If I do half of negative 14, that's negative 7. I square it, I get 49. 49 is my magic number, and I add it to both sides, so I didn't change the equality really. Y squared plus 4y. Half of 4 is 2. I square that, I get 4. I'm going to add 4 to both sides. This bit I can write as x something squared. The thing goes here is going to be whatever I squared to get 49. I squared negative 7 in this case. I squared 2. 11 plus 49 is 60, plus 4 is 64. And that's it. I completed the square. But if I'm trying to write this as a circle or ellipse or hyperbola, sometimes I have to divide now by 64. In this case, it's a circle. Circles are in the form x squared plus y squared equals r squared, so the 64 is over there. But if this were an ellipse or hyperbola, I would have to divide by 64 to make it equals 1. Next, we've got this bad boy. I'll make my pen a little smaller. It's a little too small. I'm going to group together the things that have x in them. Group together the things that have y. Get out of here, 37. What are you trying to do on the left side? Go to the right side. Don't put in my magic number yet. In this case, I don't put in my magic number yet because there's this coefficient in front of the y squared. Completing the square doesn't work with that. I need to kind of take that out of the problem by factoring it out. Because it's in front of the y squared, I factor it out of the part with the y's. I don't factor it out of the part with the x's. Now I can add in my magic numbers. Half of negative 10 is negative 5. I square that, I get positive 25. I add that to both sides. I added 25 on the left, so I also have to add it on the right. Here with the y's, 4y, half of 4 is 2, square that, I get 4. 4 is my magic number. On the left side, I added 4 times 4. So on the right side, I add 4 times 4. I added 25 to the left side, and then I added 25 to the right side. Then I added 16 to the left side, so then I added 16 to the right side. I can rewrite this as x minus 5 squared plus 4, y plus 2 squared, equals negative 37 and 25 is negative 12. Plus 4 is, plus 16 is 4. Ooh, that was cool. My brain got ahead of me. Slow down, brain. This is not a circle because of this 4 right here. It's for sure not a circle. What I'm going to do is I'm going to divide by 4 because of this 4. I'm going to divide by 4. That gives me a final answer of x minus 5 squared over 4 plus y plus 2 squared equals, I forgot to say I also divide by 4 here, so it equals 1. If you really want to make it look like standard form of an ellipse, you can put that in there. A squared is 4, B squared is 1, A is 2, B is 1, major axis is 4, minor axis is 2. Next is this one. I group together the things with the x's. There's no y squared. I don't need to complete the square with y, so move it all over to the other side. This, when there's an x squared but just a y, it's going to be a parabola. It's going to be a up and down parabola. In this case, just up parabola. My magic number, half of negative 16 is negative 8. Square that, I get 64. Add 64 to both sides. X minus 8 squared equals 8y minus 16. I factor out the 8 to get x minus 8 squared equals 8. Y minus 2. Next, I didn't really give you a second. Digest that, appreciate it. Parabola, focal length 2, opens up, vertex 8, 2. Next. Group together the y's, group together the x's. 9y squared minus 54y minus x squared plus 8x equals, get out of here, 56. What is that, 50? It thinks it belongs on the left side. It thinks it's, oh, pathetic. Factor this out. Y squared minus 6y. And be careful here because I'm factoring out that minus. So it becomes minus 8x equals negative 56. I factored this minus out of this plus 8. So I ended up with a negative 8. Now I put in my magic number. Half of negative 6 is negative 3. I square that, I get 9. On the left side, I just added 9 times 9. So on the right side, I'm going to add 9 times 9. X squared minus 8x. Half of negative 8 is negative 4. I square that and I get 16. On the left side, I just added 16 times negative 1. So on the right side, I'm going to add 16 times negative 1. Clean that up, I get 9 y minus 3 squared minus x minus 4 squared equals negative 56 and 81 is 25 minus 16 is 9. Divide both sides by 9 and I get, oh, this looks just like the last one, equally weird. I say that like I'm surprised, but I did these problems ahead of time. I know it was going to come out like that. Equals 1, so I divide everything by 9. If I really want to make this look like standard form for a hyperbola, I would put over 1. Next. Group everything. Get out of here, 36. My before I do magic numbers, factor. And now I put in my magic numbers. Half of negative 4 is 2. I square that, I get 4. I add it to this side, 4 times 9, so I'm going to add to this side, 4 times 9. That'll be nice later. Half of negative 6 is negative 3. I square that and I get positive 9. I added 9 times 4 to the left side, so I'm going to add 9 times 4 to the right side. And that all cleans up as 9 x minus 2 squared plus 4 y minus 3 squared equals 36, divide by 36, I get x minus 2 squared over 4, because 9, I did that kind of quickly, so I'll show what I did. When I divide by 36, 9 over 36, I turned into 1 over 4. So I got 1 x minus 2 squared over 4, plus this one is going to be over 9, and this equals 1. It's an ellipse. It's taller than it is wide, because in the y direction it goes up and down 3, and in the x direction it goes left and right 2. It's got a major axis of 6, and a minor axis of 4. We'll do one more. 2 more, maybe. Y squared plus 14y. Nothing with x's. It's going to be a parabola, because I have y squared and 9x squared. Send those over to this side. My magic word is please, but my magic number is 49. Add both sides. Y plus 7 squared equals negative 16. X plus 16. If I factor out the negative 16, I get x minus 1. Careful with that minus. This is a parabola with vertex 1, negative 7. Focal length is 4. It opens, either opens left or right because it's got that y squared. I know it opens left because it's negative. X squared plus 8x minus 4y squared minus 24y. Get out of here, 24. Getting ahead of myself. X squared plus 8x minus 4 y squared plus 6y. The magic number here is going to be a half 8 is 4. Square that, I get 16. I'm so tired of these, I'm starting to get distracted halfway through the problem. Half of 6 is 3. I square that, I get 9. Adding 16 to the left side, I should add 16 to the right side. Adding 9 times negative 4 to the left side, I should add 9 times negative 4 to the right side. Add x plus 4 squared. Y plus 3 squared. If I divide everything by 4, I get x plus 4 squared over 4 minus y plus 3 squared over 1 equals 1. The end. Oh, my arm is tired from holding it up to write that all. Oh, do I need to work out more?